day everyone, I am Ma'am Roseville P. Sanchez. Welcome to week 3. In this video, we will talk about web page design using templates, and what you see is what you get platforms. Are you now ready? Let's start!
Our learning competency: evaluate the quality, value, and appropriateness of peers' existing or previously developed ICT content in relation to the theme or intended audience of an ICT project. Our learning objectives: at the end of the lesson, you are expected to, number 1, differentiate web templates and WYSI, WYG platforms. Number 2, enumerate the basic web design principles. And number 3, list down the types of visual content. For the review, fill in the blank. Pick your answer from the data bank below. The words that can be found from the data bank are the following: Content Management System or CMS, blogging, social media platforms, cloud computing, and WordPress. Are you now ready? Let's begin. Number 1. It refers to a computer application that allows you to publish, edit, manipulate, organize, and delete content. What's your answer? Yes, it's all about content management system. Next, number 2. It refers to a platform that focuses on the content and design. It typically looks like a newsletter where you are given options to change the design you are liking. What is it? It's called blogging. Number 3, it refers to a platform that is computer mediated to allow people, companies, and other organizations to create, share, or exchange information, career, interest, and ideas. The answer is social media platforms. Next, number 4. It is a free blogging platform. What is it? Yes, it's called WordPress. And number 5, it refers to the practice of using a network of remote servers hosted on the internet to store, manage, and process data, rather than a local server or a personal computer. It is called cloud computing. That's it for our review. Hope you get a perfect score of 5. You are now ready for the next lesson. Before we begin, let me ask you this. Did you know what is the most visited website in the world? Yes, Google is the most visited website in the world. It is believed that Google's success came from its desire and ability to provide higher quality results for each user. Why did I ask you the most visited website in the world? It is because you can build your own website or have a professional developer build it for you. Websites need to be kept up to date anytime and anywhere. Here are the characteristics of a web page creation. An effective website design should fulfill its intended function by conveying its message while simultaneously engaging the visitor. Several factors such as consistency, colors, typography, imagery, simplicity, and functionality all contribute to a good website design. A well-designed website can help build trust and guide visitors to act. Let us try to differentiate web templates and WYSI, WYG platforms. WYSIWYG means what you see is what you get. In this kind of platform, no coding skills are required. Instead, you manipulate with design, components using an editor window and get the chance to choose what elements are on your page. You have to check its functionality, ease of use, price, customization, and technical aspect. Web page design using templates and online WYSIWYG platforms. Web templates, these are the unique full page layout that contains generic information which can be replaced by the users with their own personal information. If you're looking to build a website without a lot of bells and whistles, a template will give you everything you're looking for in a new site. Also, if you don't have very many pages or much content, this is the place to be. Basic web page design principle. What principles in basic web page design can you use to create effective and informative web page? Your website needs to be accommodate the needs of the user. Having a simple, clear intention on all pages will help the user interact with what you have to offer. Basic web design principle. What are the common core purpose of a website? Below are the common core purposes of a website. Describing expertise, building your reputation, generating leads, sales, and aftercare. As you can probably tell by now, the main purpose of a website is to have the ability to express yourself however you want. Both businesses and individuals value this. It is why businesses use it to grow their brand and individuals use it to bring their personality to their own safe space online. In short, people want to be able to get straight to the point without wasting time. Simplicity is the best way to go when considering the user experience and the usability of the website. Its color, typography, and imagery. These universal symbols help to make website design as simple and clutter-free as possible and still ensure user friendliness. So it's up to you to decide the simplicity of your web page. So it should be clutter-free. Your web design should be simple and straight to the point. Next is navigation. Is the wayfinding system used on websites where visitors interact and find what they are looking for. Website navigation is the key to retaining visitors. If the website's navigation is confusing, visitors will give up and find what they need elsewhere. Keeping navigation simple, intuitive, and consistent on every page is the key. Navigation is necessary in ensuring that your website is accessible and usable. Good navigation will allow visitors to search your site for longer, giving them confidence in where they are and what they can receive from your website. Here is an example of a website and example of on how to navigate their website. You have there the home, about, service, gallery, contact. So your website should look simple and easy to navigate. F-shaped pattern reading. The F-based pattern is the most common way visitors scan text on website. The F-shaped layout mimics our natural pattern of reading in the West, that is from left to right and top to bottom. An effective designed website will work with a reader's natural pattern of scanning the page. The F pattern is a simple layout designed to guide a user's eye to information that you want them to see based on ingrained human behavior. So this is an example of the F pattern layout. So you have to look at it from left to right. So that is the idea behind the F pattern, is that website designers can place information in the direct line of viewing. Next is visual hierarchy, the arrangement of elements in order of importance. One of the most important functions of visual hierarchy is to establish a focal point. This shows visitors where the most important information is. This is done either by size, color, imagery, contrast, typographically, white space, texture, and style. If you have a hard time figuring out where to look on a page, it's more than likely that its layout is missing a clear visual hierarchy. That is according to the Nielsen-Norman group. So here is an example of a visual hierarchy. It is used to rank design elements and influence in the order you want your users to view them. So you have to be focused on the most important feature of your website. Content. An effective web design has both great design and great content. So grid-based layout. The grid-based layout arranges content into a clean, rigid structure with columns, sections that line up and feel balanced, and impose order and results in an aesthetically pleasing website. Content is what gives a website meaning. It draws people in and allows them to understand a site's purpose and take action. It answers the potential customer's questions. Content is like an engine. Without it, all you've got is an empty. It will become useless. Next is the load time. Optimizing image sizes will help load your site faster. Waiting for a website to load will lose visitors. Nearly half of a web visitors expect a site to load in 2 seconds or less, and they will potentially leave a site that isn't loaded within 3 seconds. Load time is a simpler concept referring to the time it takes to download and display an entire individual page. This includes all page elements such as HTML, scripts, CSS, images, and third-party resources. Another thing, it should be mobile friendly. So meaning to say, more people are using their phones or other devices to browse the web. It is important to consider building your website with a responsive layout where your website can adjust to different screens. Mobile-friendly design means your website's information, images, text, videos, links, is easily and readily accessible across all different platforms, and most particularly on the much smaller screen of smartphones and tablets. Let's proceed with online creation tools. We will talk about the types of visual content. Visual content is great because it powers up your communication and receives great attention from the target audience. Web design tools refers to software programs and reference materials used to create a pleasing and effective internet screen for a website. Software programs that allow you to make slideshows, are an example of a web design tool. Infographics. Infographics are graphic visual representations of information, data, or knowledge intended to present information quickly and clearly. They can improve cognition by utilizing graphics to enhance the human visual system's ability to see patterns and trends. Infographics are used as a powerful tool to allow people to easily digest information through the use of visual data, charts, and statistics, like the one that is in the screen on how can you prevent COVID-19. All of the informations needed to prevent COVID-19 is visually viewed by the audience. Next, videos. So videos are recording of moving pictures and sound, especially as a digital file. Videos keep people on your website longer and engage them with your content. People work with people, and video helps people get to know, like, and trust you. Videos keep your audience interested, no matter your product or service. So examples of applications for videos is you have the Powtoon and YouTube video editor. Next, let's have presentations. Presentations use catchy images, videos, and graphics in your presentation to get into the minds of your target audience. So some of the tips on how to make your presentation slides simple. You have to decide your presentation slide ratio, have a title that stands out, limit transitions and animations, use visual aids, use highly quality graphics, alter images to focus on elements, use panning for large images. Examples of the presentations in making presentations is can use the Prezi or slide share. It's time for you to have an activity. On your module, you have there what is it? Your activity is all about web design quality check. Direction: use the internet to research on the designated topics depending on your track. Once you find the website, evaluate the website using the checklist below. Copy the checklist in your answer sheet. You have to write the name of website URL. So these are the topics assigned to you. Letter A, you have there the COVID vaccine for STEM students. Letter B, life of an entrepreneur for ABM. Letter C, depression in teenager for UMS. And D, negosyo, trabaho o kolehiyo for TVL students. So here is the checklist, class. You have to check if it is applicable and then no, as well as the criteria. You have to evaluate in terms of content, purpose, image and color quality, font consistency and readability, as well as the accessibility to mobile device. So you have to answer and copy this one on your answer sheet and write the name of the website as well as the website URL. Good luck! Another activity on your module, you have there what I can do. Direction: search for a blog on why incoming senior high school students must choose your track. And you have to answer the following questions. Number 1, what can you say about the text layout, use of graphics and multimedia? Number 2, how about the content and creativity of the blog? And number 3, did the blog follow the principles of web and graphics design? Briefly explain. Let's proceed with the last part of our lesson, which is the assessment. Direction: read each question carefully and write the letter of the best answer on your activity answer sheet. Number 1, When a user makes a mistake, which of the following would they expect? A. An easily understood error message. B. A detailed error message which gives them detailed instructions on how they can avoid the error next time. C. To have lag out to the site. Log back in and start again. Letter D. A redirection to another website where you will log in. What's your answer? It's letter B. Okay, next question. Number 2. Which principle of a good web design refers to the waiting time for your website to load? A. Navigation. B. Visual hierarchy. C. Load time. D. Grid-based layout. The answer is letter C. Next question. Number 3. What principle of a good web design refers to the type of font used in the website? A. Color. B. Visual hierarchy. C. Navigation. And D. Typography. And the answer is letter D. Let's have number 4. The F-shaped reading pattern is designed for what specific type of reading strategy? A. Active reading. B. Previewing. C. Skimming. And D. Scanning. The answer is letter D. Let's have number 5. When a user makes a mistake, which of the following would they expect? A. Animation should never be used on a website. It is just too distracting. B. Animation should be used sparingly and to create impact. C. Animation should be used as much as possible to attract audience attention. And D. Animation should be in small sizes so they do not get too much space in the website. And your answer is letter B. So, if you got a perfect score of 5/5, then you did a great job. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone, and God bless.